Hi, hey, hello. Welcome to a new studio vlog. I'm Desiree, the artist and owner of DeKelis Art Studio. Today I'm going to switch things up with this voiceover. This week I read a message in my Encouraged Bible inspired by Psalm 1, and it was titled A Fruitful Life and written by Holly Girth. The story and message resonated and encouraged me so much, I felt that it was too good to keep to myself and that it may encourage and resonate with someone else, possibly you. I hope you enjoy the visuals of this week's vlog while I read this message, A Fruitful Life, with you. A Fruitful Life by Holly Girth. Psalm 1. My husband and I walk toward the town square holding steaming cups of coffee. We weave our way around freckled, exuberant dogs and sleeping babies in strollers. It's the first weekend of the farmers market in town. Over the next few months, this place will be a rainbow. Vivid red strawberries, sweet blueberries, and peaches in all the colors of a sunrise. We'll wait with anticipation for each one. Are they here yet? We'll ask each week. Then we will point with delight like children in a candy store at the newest arrival. We'll hand over faded green dollars and slip fruit into crackly brown paper bags. We'll carry it home and take the first bite right over the sink, juice dripping down our chins. I thought of this recently when I received news I didn't want, a disappointment, perhaps, depending on how I looked at it, even a failure. A growing and thriving opportunity suddenly went almost barren. If I ran my hand along the branches of it, I would find only rough bark and sharp-ended limbs. I mourned over this. I went on long walks with my husband. I watched old shows on television. I sat on the back porch with mug after mug of tea. Then lying in bed one night, these phrases came to mind. Like a tree planted beside flowing streams that bears its fruit in its season and whose leaf does not wither. Psalm 1:3. These words are spoken about those who trust and obey God, who dig their roots deep into His love. Jesus said it too. The one who remains in me and I in him produces much fruit. John 15:5. When hard news comes, when difficulties happen, we can be tempted to think that if our life is a farmer's market, the stalls will now be empty. There will be only fragile leaves chased away by the wind. All the glory and color will be gone. But the reality is this: as long as we are joined to Jesus, there will be fruit in our lives, from the time we are sneaker-wearing teenagers to silver-haired senior citizens blowing out 100 candles on the cake. In other words, there will always be miraculous things coming to and through us. The fruit in our lives will thrive. That doesn't mean nothing hard will ever happen or we'll get everything we want, but it does mean that God's plans for our lives are invincible when we stay connected to Him. Life's droughts and storms can't stop Him from bringing forth His miraculous work in and through us. So let's cling to God's promises, hold tight to His heart, have strong roots that burrow deep into His affection for us. We will not falter. We will not fail. We will not lead a barren life at any age. Psalm 92:14 says, "They will still bear fruit in old age, healthy and green." Yes, we will be women of beauty, growth, and blessings as long as we live, because we are trees planted by the river of God's love, and it will never run dry. Our role is to trust the rhythm of the gardener, to not demand only bananas year around like an impatient toddler. We understand, somewhere deep inside, this is not the way it's meant to be. Fruit in its season means God isn't in a hurry. He never runs out of time because He has eternity. So do we. And God doesn't need me to make 5, 15, or 40 more bushels. The expectations I place on myself are not necessarily His. What our lives produce doesn't have to be perfect. I remember a fruit stand on the side of the road that caught my attention. As I approached it, a weather-worn farmer who looked to be in his 80s gave me a bright smile. He extended his hand, which held a gorgeous peach, and asked, "Would you like to try it?" I accepted and found it utterly delicious. The farmer smiled with satisfaction and nodded. "It's good, isn't it?" Unlike that farmer, I can hesitate to share the fruit God produces in my life with those around me. I think it's not good enough. I'm afraid they won't like it, so I hide it away. But what if the farmer did the same? His peaches were delightful, but not perfect. There were bumps, bruises, and scrapes in some places. He could have hidden them in his barn out of shame and fear until they rotted away. Then I and many others would have missed out on something wonderful. So I'm challenging all of us today to offer our fruit. Whatever gifts God has entrusted to us, let's share them. Whatever talents He's blessed us with, let's use them. Whatever words of encouragement He's placed within our hearts, let's speak them. Those who receive our fruit will be blessed. And perhaps our Heavenly Father will smile with satisfaction as He sees the fruit in our lives and once again say, "It's good, isn't it?" At the farmer's market, I reach for a berry the color of flame. I think of how it has waited so long and braved so much to come to me. And suddenly, I see the disappointment I'd been so concerned about differently. It wasn't a failure. It was simply a changing season in my life. Whatever might be ahead will not be the same, but it will be good, sweet, and ripe for its time. And here are some reflection questions from the devotional message. Number 1, what type of season does God have you in right now? Number 2, what fruit have you seen Him yield in recent days? And number 3, where is He asking you to trust Him and to surrender your own expectations or plans? Let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you, if it encouraged you. And I want to thank you for listening. All of the artwork that you saw in today's video is currently available on my website, www.dekelisartstudio.com. I will have a link to my shop in the comments. And until next time, you all, stay well and be blessed. Thanks for watching.